Trust me, it's not Conjure Animals. This one's Conjure Woodland Beings, a very different thing. 4th level Conjuration, casting time of 1 action, range of 60 feet, components verbal somatic material, 1 hollyberry per creature summoned. Per creature summoned? Duration, concentration, up to 1 hour. You summon fey creatures that appear in an unoccupied space that you can see within range. Choose one of the following options for what appears. 1. Fey, of challenge rating 2 or lower. 2. Fey spirits, of challenge rating 1 or lower. 4. Fey spirits, of challenge rating half or lower. 8. Fey spirits, of challenge rating 1/4 or lower. Each Fey disappears when it drops to 0 hit points or when the spell ends. The summoned creatures are friendly to you and your companions. Roll initiative for the summoned creatures as a group, which has its own turns. They obey any verbal commands that you issue to them. No action required by you. If you don't issue any commands to them, they defend themselves from hostile creatures but otherwise take no actions. The DM has the creature's statistics. At higher levels, when you cast a spell using a certain higher level spell slots, you choose one of the following options above. And more creatures appear, twice as many at 6th level slot and 3 times as many with an 8th level slot. I'm dreading talking about this one. So, Conjure Woodland Beings, or Fey creatures, and not beasts, so why do they go Woodland Beings? I don't know. The reason I dread this, though, is because unlike the others where combat scenarios would be nice to have and reference it easily, and the others had simpler stat blocks, even the elementals in comparison to some of the lower end Fey, because the Fey are all about trickery. And where this still has a benefit compared to the elementals one, which had a bit more capability than some of the beasts, this isn't a minute prep. This is an action just like the regular beasts. And the only limit is the holly, the amount of berries you have on you, and they're not consumed, so just carry a bag full of them? That's not really that much of a downside. But I don't think I need to warn you of the fairy polymorph spam. I'll just let you look up all the video. Okay, no, we'll talk about it briefly. So, some of the fey creatures, outside their weird and funky abilities, a lot of them have spell casting, and some high-level spells for their low CR. But normally they don't have any other tricks. It's normally that one-trick pony, sort of, or that's the danger of them. They're very, very squishy, but they have a spell they can cast that's a bit less immediate damage and more really fey fuckery. And one of the tricks is summon a bunch of fairies so then they can all cast polymorph and they can all turn people into T-Rexes or some other polymorphed creature. I'm sure there's some more broken ones as well, but that's the danger, is the others are, I referenced in a combat sense a lot more because, likely uses a beat stick or enemies or numbers within a battle. Conjure minor elementals, you need prep. When it comes to Conjure Woodland Beings, that's some action, and the versatility of your choice of fey creature, not to mention the other ones that came out in other books, you can get really, really screwy and take advantage of the summoned creatures you have, to the point that I'm terrified. Though I am going to give this a... No. Before that, before you hear my score, just like the previous ones, bring your suggestions down below, but also list out why and the total length of the screwy nature of the fey summons. It honestly gives me a headache sometimes, knowing. But 8 out of 10. Even if it's just for that one disastrous combo, and it's not, it's for the sheer capability of weird, funky effects or mixing creatures' abilities, or... They're all about weird effects. Even compared to elementals, because elementals you at least add damage and maybe one weird effect based off the element. When it comes to fey, their whole thing is being really screwy.